This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, any doubts before we start? From yesterday's session, any doubts, clarifications that are required? No? Yeah. If no, we'll start today's session. Okay. So where were we? What were we discussing? We have discussed on the types of systems yesterday. Okay. So today, the first topic would be on the certification. Okay. So every aspirant who want to get into SuccessFactors need to do certification in at least one module. Okay, the very first thing that any interviewer asks you is whether you have a certification in one of the modules or not. It can be Employee Central or it can be compensation LMS or whatever module that they are looking for. And if you have to work on any of the project in any module, you need to have certification in that particular module. Now, it is not that you're hired for Employee Central and you'll only work on Employee Central. Sometimes you may be asked to work on PMGM or recruiting. If not, if you don't know, you'll be given training and then you'll be asked to do certification in that module. Then only you'll be allowed to work on the projects. Or if you have EC certification and you have requirement of Employee Central, then you'll be put on Employee Central project. Even then, you should have the Employee Central certification. So certification is must for every consultant. So why do we need certification? Because if you don't have certification, you will not be able to log into provisioning. And if you don't log into provisioning, you'll miss out this configuration. And if you don't do this configuration, you'll not be able to do the instance configuration. That's why certification is must. Even your customer will ask you whether the consultant has got a certification or not. Otherwise, if certification is not required, customers will not go with the implementation partner. They will hire some consultants and they will get the work done. Okay, customers will not have the certification. Only the implementation partner, the consultants who are associated with the implementation partner, they will be having the certification. And the certification can be done from a portal called training.sap.com. The portal called training.sap.com. Here you need to subscribe for the certification and you have to do the certification. In the subscription, you have two types of subscription. One is 6 attempts and second is 1 attempt. 1 attempt, we didn't have this earlier. Now in the recent times, they have included 1 attempt as well. Now 6 attempts, once you subscribe with 6 attempts, you can use the 6 attempts in a year and you can do 6 different module certification. That's up to you. If you want to do 1, 2 or 3 or up to 6 you can do. Or if you have failed to clear some certification in the first attempt, you can use your second attempt. You fail to clear in second attempt also, you can use third attempt. And you can use maximum of 3 attempts to clear your certification. 1 module certification. Like this, you can do up to 6. If it is only 1, then you need to clear your certification in that first attempt itself. Okay, and you will have 80 questions and all of these 80 questions are of multiple choice. Some of the multiple choice will have multiple answers, and wherever you have single answer, you'll find a radio button. It allows only to choose one answer. Some answer will have multiple answers, and wherever you have multiple answers, you will find check boxes. You can select multiple answers. And wherever you have these multiple answers, they will specify in the question saying that this question has got 2 answers or 3 answers, and you need to answer all of them correctly. There are no negative marks. If you answer all of them correctly, you'll get score for that. And the pass percentage for Employee Central, now it varies from module to module, and for Employee Central it is 65%. That means you need to get 52 of them correctly. Out of 80 questions, you need to get 52. You need to answer 52 questions correctly. Okay, and the code for every module we have the codes, and the code for Employee Central is THR81. This THR81. Now, if you get 65%, 66%, or 80%, or 100%, you are just passed. Nowhere in your certification it says that you are you have 100% or 90%. Whether you are passed or failed. That's it. If you get 64%, you'll fail. If you get 65%, then you are passed. Okay. Now let's go and see in the system now where to look for the certification content. If you go to training.sap.com/certification, let me copy this and paste it here. This is your URL to subscribe for the certification. Now you can choose the country here. Depending on the country that you choose, when scheduling the examination, you'll get the time slots of that time zone. Okay, I've selected India as the time zone. Scroll down, you see here view SAP certifications, and you'll find all of the certifications here. Okay, and search for THR81. This is THR81. And you see here 2205. 22 is year 2022 and 05 is month. This is the latest version of certification what we have now in the market, 2205. And it is called 1H 2022. 1H meaning first half of 2022. So year is split into two, first half and second half. And the current version what we have in the certification is first half of 2022. And when the next version comes, it would be 2H 2022. And if you click on view details, you'll get all the information about this module. CTHR 81. It is opening up. Now you see here, examination contains 80 questions. Cutoff score is 65% and the duration is 180 minutes, 3 hours. And you can take this examination from your home. It is online. You don't have to go anywhere. You can take from your home itself. The only thing that you need is a proper internet, and you should have your webcam enabled, because a proctor would be watching you throughout your certification exam for 3 hours. Okay, if you have any technical issues, they'll help you out. Now they'll take control of your system before you start the examination, and they'll see if you have anything open in the system. They will ask you to close all of the applications. Ask you to close all the application. In fact, if you open any application and try to open the certification, system won't open. System will ask you to close the applications first and then open the certification portal. And proctor will take control, and they'll see if there are any background jobs running or no. They'll take control and see all of those details. Once the examination starts, you will see the entire screen, only the certification exam. You will not see anything else till you close or till you submit your exam. Okay, and you should not be keeping any of the documents with you, or you should not, nobody should be assisting you. Somebody should not be sitting with you. So they will see, the proctor will be watching you for the 3 hours, or if you can complete it 1 hour or 1.5 hours, you can also complete it. When I write, when I have written, it took I think 1 hour. Okay, so the questions are simple. If you are thorough with the implementation guide, you can answer most of the questions. Out of 80 questions, 80% of these 80 questions, like 64, 65 questions, are straight away questions. And rest of the 15 or 16 questions, you will find them as the scenario based questions. If you are asked to do this, or if your customer has asked you to configure this thing, how you're going to do this in the system. where you do this in the system. So you'll have to select the options. Again, all of them are your multiple choice only. And if you scroll down, you will see the attempts here. You have CER006, which is 6 attempts, which costs you 41,600 plus taxes. And you also have one attempt, which costs you 16,646. Okay, if you're taking this, you can use the other attempts in a year and you can do other module certification. Okay, and the course content or the examination content, you'll find it here. Data models, you have a concept called data models. I will be discussing that. Data models, you'll get up to 12%. That is up to 10 questions you'll get from data models. Workflows, you'll get 10 questions. Employee data, you'll get 10 questions. Foundation data, 8 to 12%. That means up to 10 questions. So this, from these areas, you'll be getting the questions in Employee Central, and all of this are part of our course content. Any doubts here?
No.
No doubts on certification. And do you want to see some sample questions?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go.
You click on view more, it opens up. Now it gives you all instructions what to how to do the assessment. Okay, and you click on continue. You have 14 or 15 minutes, and because this is a sample of 59 questions here, sample of 9 questions, I'll now randomly select some. Now this question has got only one answer, so you will see here a radio button. Next question, here you have 2 correct answers. Okay, so you need to answer 2 of them correctly. You need to answer 2 of them correctly. Next question, again 2 answers, 2 correct answers, answer them. I'm not choosing the correct answer, I'm just randomly selecting some answers. Okay, next question, you have here 3 answers. Select all of them correctly. 3 answers. Next. Okay, now once you submit, like I have answered all of them, nine questions. Once you submit, you'll get your score immediately. Okay, total score it says 7 out of 9. You got 78%, then you're passed. So immediately you'll get your score, and it will show whether you're passed or failed. Okay, that's your certifications. Any doubts here? Sorry, Debashish, you have any doubt?
No doubt.
Okay, no doubts. Can you continue with next topic?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Benu, if you don't mind, can you paste that link in the chat?
Yeah, this one I will. Okay, yeah, fine. I'll share it in the chat. Okay, the one good thing on the SuccessFactors is the certification is open. So people get confused, or people look for either SuccessFactors or Workday training. Okay, the good thing in the SuccessFactors is the certification is open. Anybody can do SuccessFactors certification. Whereas the Workday, You need to be associated with one of the implementation partner to do certification in the Workday. That's one difference what we have in SuccessFactors and Workday. Workday is a competitor for SuccessFactors. Okay. Now, here we have seen that we have 1H and 2H. Now, what is this 1H and 2H? SuccessFactors updates their product every 6 months, and we call it the first half and second half. So you have 1H 2022, 2H 2022, 1H 2023, and 2H 2023. So you'll have these versions. As and when the release happens, your certification will also get updated. Okay, now after the release, you will see the certification getting changed. So till then, you'll find the same version. Now, if you try to do the certification, it is 1H 2022 because 2H 2022 is not yet come. Okay, now where do we use this? Now, this is part of your release management. This is part of your release management. So SuccessFactors updates their product, the SuccessFactors product, every 6 months, and we call it first half and second half. And in this release, you will find universal admin opt-ins and provisioning opt-ins. So these are the features you will be getting in the release. Now, first thing is universal. What do we do in universal? Universal features are those features which are applicable for all the customers across the globe. You don't have to do anything here. System gets updated automatically. System will update the features automatically. Admin opt-ins, customer will have option to configure it or is to enable the feature. If you have to use that feature, you may have to go and turn on some features, or you may have to do some configuration to enable the admin opt-ins. And these are not required for all the customers. If you feel that it is good to use function, then you can use admin opt-ins. Same as admin opt-ins, you have provisioning opt-ins. Provisioning opt-ins is done in provisioning, and admin opt-ins are done in instance. We also have admin opt-outs or provisioning opt-outs. Now these are same as your admin opt-ins. In admin opt-in, you'll have to go do the configuration, you enable them. Whereas admin opt-outs, by default, they are enabled, and if you don't want to use it, you can go and uncheck them. You can remove that configuration. That is admin opt-in. Both of them are same. So that's why I have written as admin opt-ins and provisioning opt-ins. Okay, and all of this release information, you will find it in community.successfactors.com. There is a portal called community.successfactors.com. This one, let me paste it here. Okay, now if you go to community.successfactors.com, here on the home page, you see countdown to preview release, 16 days. Okay, now what is preview release? Now, each of the instances that we use, that your customer is using, here we have talked about the system landscape, where we have seen the types of systems or the number of systems that customer would be using. Now, out of all of these systems, again, whatever data that you manage, that you process, that you store in these instances, this gets stored in one of the servers. Okay, and these servers are called data centers. SuccessFactors stores the data in the data center. These servers are called the data center, and we have these data centers across the globe, and they are region specific. Like we have a data center for US, you have data center for UK, you have data center for Germany separately, you have data center for Saudi countries separately, we have data center for Asian countries separately, for New Zealand, Australia separately. So you have around 30 to 40 data centers. And all of these data centers again are split into two parts as preview and production. Each and every data center, and these data centers are named as DC4, DC8, DC11, and so on. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
The certification, how are the certification validity? Like if we like pass the exam, it will be validated for how many years?
Yeah, I'll tell you about that. Once we speak about the release management, we'll go to the validity of the certification, where we talk about the learning hub. Now, if you know the versions, know why do we have these versions, why do we use these versions, then it would be easy for you to understand. Okay.
Okay.
Now, these versions are done because of the release management. I'll talk about the validity of the certification after your release management. Okay. Now, your data centers are region specific, and each region's data center is split into two parts: preview data center and production data center. Now, why do we have this data center split into two parts, preview and production? Now, depending on the number of instances that your customer is using, let's say if your customer is using all of these instances, now these instances will be, some of them will be in preview and some will be in production. So how do we identify which instance is in preview and which instance in production? So production system is always in production data center. Your production system will always be in production data center. Development and quality. Now your usually development will be in production, quality would be in preview. Rest of the systems can be either in quality, can be either in preview, or can be in production, or one of it in preview, one or two in production, or two in preview and one in production. This can be can be in any data center, but production is always in production data center. And if your customer is not using these systems, so they will have two in production data center and one in preview data center. Why this is split into two data centers is, when the release happens, the release always happens in preview data center, and the SuccessFactors application is in data center. So when the upgrade happens, they upgrade the data center, the application in the preview data center. So all the customers who are using or who are in that data center, they will see the latest release when the release happens. It always happens in preview data center first, and then it happens in production data center. After a month or 1 month, 10 days, it happens in production data center. Now, why do we have a gap of 1 month, and why we have the release happening in preview first? Because when the release happens in one of the preview systems, you will get to see or get to know about the new release features. You will go through those release features, you will test the system, you will analyze the system, and if there are any issues with the existing configuration, or if there is any impact on the existing configuration, you can always report to SAP saying that because of the new release feature, so and so feature, your configuration got impacted, or some of the configurations are not working. You can always create a ticket with them, and they will stop. Now, if it is really an issue in the system, so they will stop it moving to production. So you will be testing, analyzing all of them here in preview data center when the release happens. And then after 1 month, it happens in the production system. And when the release happens, this is not specific to customer. It is specific to the data center, and for all of the data center, it happens on one single day, irrespective of the regions. Okay, so that's why it says the release, the countdown to preview release, the next release is going to happen in 16 days. That is on 28th of October. Now that information, you will find it under release updates, roadmap and patches. Go to release updates, roadmap and patches. You'll find the release information here. If you see here, the release first half of 2022, it happened in preview on 15th of April and it happened in production on 20th May. Second half release is scheduled to be updated on 28th October in preview and December 9th in production. And you also have the dates for first half 2023 and second half. So you see here, you have a time of 1 month, 1 month plus 1 week or 1 month plus 10 days. And it always happens in the midnights of Friday, early hours of Saturday. If it is in US, if your customer is in US, then Friday evenings or Saturday early hours of US. If it is in India, again, Friday midnight or early hours of Saturday.
Hello,
Clear
Venu.
on
This is Priya.
Yeah. Hi, Priya.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like here, when the release will be done in the data center preview. So in that case, so customer system needs to be checked in quality for any errors. Is it what
Yeah.
you are trying to say? So
Yes.
every customer will do the testing then in quality about to check the new releases, right?
It can be anything. Now, if you have other systems, like if you also have preview, pre-production test and projects also in preview, so you can test in one of these instances.
Okay.
Not necessarily it in quality. If your customer is using only, now you'll find some customers using only 3 instances: quality, dev, quality, and production. You'll find some customers using 4 instances, 5 instances, 6 instances,
Okay.
7, 8, and so on. So I have seen a customer maximum of 8 instances. So
Okay.
they were using 3 in production and 5 in preview. So it all depends upon customer's choice whether they want to have in preview or in production.
So
Now,
it's not
in
like they have.
whichever instance.
So it is not like they have to say customer has, like you said, 8 systems. So they have to check in all those 8 systems or only in one system, like any of these and any one of these.
Any one of these. You don't have to test in each and every instance. You can test
Okay.
in only one instance.
Okay. So any
Okay, you
example
can
of
keep
when you
one
like what kind of error a customer can face?
errors.
Like yeah, what kind of error generally have you ever come across with any scenario where the system throws some error after the release?
After the release, yes. In one of the release, in the recent releases, 1H 2021, this happened in 1H 2021, and I was part of testing the new release feature. So we have a concept of data models. Okay, so one of these
Yeah.
data models were migrating from data models to instance. Now they have changed the concept from data model to business rule. So earlier it was in coding, and that coding was converted into the configuration in the system. Okay, so SuccessFactors was supposed to migrate this data model code to the configuration. And when they did this configuration, so in preview system when we were testing, we faced a lot of issues because wherever there was the greater than and less than symbol, firstly that one. Okay, so all of
Okay.
this got changed. So greater than was converted to less than, and less than was converted to greater than when they moved or migrated from code to business rule. And also the sequence of the for code what they have converted it, it went wrong. So we had a lot of issues
Okay.
while testing this, and we have reported a case with SAP, and SAP has stopped moving that in that release. and they did that in the second half of 2021 instead of 1H 2022. Now, if they can fix it immediately before it gets moved to production, they will do that. Now,
Okay.
it was a simple change for them to convert. Okay, so they said no, we'll move it to production in 1H 2022, but we have actually insisted like no, we don't want to move it into production because we might we foresee a lot of issues with the migration. So they have stopped moving that functionality for all the customers across the globe. Then this happened in 2H 2021.
So like what is the code which was giving error while in configuration?
It's the
Like
data
what kind?
model. It's a data model. So in the data model, now we'll talk about data models. It's an
Okay.
all the data models are in XML language.
So when you'll be covering the data model, so can we again come to this point, like what was the error, like where
Yes,
you can show us exactly in the system?
yes.
Like
I'll show you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So now, whatever release features that we have in that particular release, now the next release is going to happen in 28th of October. So for one good thing for your batch is you can see this release, because it is going to update on 28th of October, and we all can see those new features coming into the system. Because every interview that you face again, you'll be asked a question like, what are the recent release features that you have worked on? There might be some major updates happening in the system. There might be some minor features or universal features and admin opt-in features, number of universal and admin opt-in features which would be affecting in the system. Okay, so now all of this information, you'll find a number of features like up to 300 to 400 features in all the modules. Okay, within Employee Central you can see up to 100 features. Okay, now all of this information you can find it in What's New Viewer. Here when you click on What's New Viewer, it opens up all the release feature. Now since this is now going to come on 28th of October, okay, before 1 week they'll be updating the release features. Now you will see the release features of 1H 2021. You see here software version 1H 2021. So last release we had around 300 odd features, 386 new features. Total of 386 new features in in all the modules. Now, if you want to see only Employee Central related features, you go select the module, Employee Central. Now you will see around 103. And out of 103, some of them are universal. You go click on configuration type. You will see here universal, admin opt-ins, and admin opt-outs. So last release, we didn't had any provisioning opt-ins or provisioning opt-outs. We only had admin opt-ins and admin opt-outs. Again, within Employee Central, all the customers may not use all the features of Employee Central because we have some optional features like concurrent management, and then position management. We have global assignments. We have workflows. We have admin alerts. So we have a lot of topics within Employee Central. Now all of these are not used by every customer. So depending on the features that we see, give me a minute. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, configuration type, you'll find the universal admin opt-ins and admin opt-outs, and you can also filter these features based on the features that are applicable for your customer. Now, all the customers may not use apprentice management, all the customers may not use candidate profiles, all the customers may not use contingent workforce. So whatever modules or whatever features that you use in Employee Central, you can only select them and you will see those release features. Okay, and each of this release feature you will find the number for it, or you can also download this into your CSV. You can download these features into CSV. You open, you see these features, and each and every feature you'll find a number, so that when you raise a ticket with SAP, you can have this as the reference. Okay, now each of these release features, if you want to know more information, you can always click on see more. You can click on see more to read through the content. Okay, it will give you all the information here. If there are any screenshots or configuration steps that you have to do, they'll specify it. Now you see here what is changed, how it looks now. This is what they have changed in the last release. Okay, and this is for a particular country, payment information for one of this country. Now if your customer is not using or not, they don't have their operations in this country, so this is not applicable for them. Okay, so you can go through all of these release features and make a document. Generally, you'll be, if you're working for a customer, you select those features which are applicable for them and prepare a document, generally a PPT, PowerPoint presentation, where you test the scenario in system and take screenshots of your system. Now, what is changed in this release and how it was showing up in the before release. Now those screenshots you can take from the production system, because production system, it takes 1 month time to get updated. So while testing, you can use the screenshots from the production system and the preview system. For the new features, you'll refer the preview system. Okay, so you'll have to prepare a document, explain all of these features to the end users before it gets updated in the production system, because in the production system you'll find all the end users using the system. So it should not be a surprise for them, and suddenly something is not showing up, or some new features are showing up. It should not be a surprise for them. So you should have a meeting, you should schedule a meeting, and you should inform what are the changes that are going to come in the production release and what is the production release date. So for that, you need to do the testing thoroughly. Now some of the release features may also contain a demo videos. You see here demo, wherever you have a demo video, for this you have a demo video. You click here, it opens up a video. Like, it will show you the navigation, where to navigate, what is that new feature, what we have to do. Okay, it's a small video, like 30 seconds or maximum of 1 minute video. It will show up the navigation, like you have to go to this page, click on manage foundation objects, and then you'll find this thing. Okay, now the same thing, same content, you will also find it here. If you click on see more, you'll find the information here as well. It will show you where to navigate. Here, the screenshot of the enhancement feature. What is changed? Then your technical details of it. Now for admin opt-ins and admin opt-ins, you may have to do some configuration changes. Even those configuration steps will be included here. Now let me only enable admin opt-ins. Let's take one of this. Okay, all these are admin opt-ins. So you'll find the configuration steps as well, what we have to do. The following are the new address fields which are included. And you'll find it here. What is changed? These are included, new address fields. So if you want to use, you can enable them. Or if you don't want to use them, you can disable them. Instead of enabled yes, you can make it to no. Okay, same thing. Wherever you have admin opt-ins, you have some configuration steps that you need to do. So it explains you know what steps you need to take to see that change in the system. Okay, clear on admin opt-ins, universal features, and the release. Any doubts here?
Yes.
Yes for doubts or no doubts?
No doubts.
Come on, I had plenty of doubts when I was learning all these things.
So when at a time, how many tabs can be opened? Like in SAP, we can open for 6 windows per at a time.
You can open any number of tabs. It's like you right click and open a tab, duplicate tab. Now this is for your application as well. SuccessFactors application also you can open multiple tabs. So there you use a transaction code, right? /n or /o. Okay. So here since this is the cloud based, you can since you are operating it through the URL, you can just click on duplicate. So you can open any number of tabs here. The only thing is whenever you're working on one instance, now let's say if you open production, you should not be opening development in the same browser. You can open development and production in different browsers if you want to access both of them at the same time. Similarly, if you open one of these instances, then you should not be opening the other instances. You close one of it and you open the other one. Same thing applies with provisioning and instance also. When you open provisioning, you cannot open instance. You have to close it, or you have to open it in a different browser. Okay, that's one thing which you should take care. Now in a demo system, when we do our configuration, we'll be doing in only one instance, not in multiple instances. I'll show you how to do the synchronization, that we'll see, but we'll be doing only in one instance. Whereas in the customer system, yeah, you have to do the configuration in multiple instances depending on the landscape that they have. Otherwise, everything remains same in demo systems and the customer system. Okay, so same thing, whatever that you see in demo system, you will see in the real time as well. In fact, you will see more number of features, more number of options in demo system enabled, because we have a lot of scenarios here. Now, even your customer may not be using all of these scenarios. It could be business rules, it could be workflows, or it could be anything, companies. Okay.
So
Clear on
Venu,
release?
as an implementation consultant, so apart from configuring the system and everything, so we have to proactively do this also for the customer, right?
Yes.
Like
Every consultant has to go through the release management as well. I'll tell you why again. Because you would be implementing this for the customers. Okay. Maybe some features which were not there earlier are now in now we have them in the system after a particular release. So you should be informing your customer. Okay, some things which were not, some things which are available, and maybe now this time they have removed it because they have added some more things. Okay, so you should know as a consultant, you should know all of these things. What are the changes that has happened in the system?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because of these releases, you see the versions in the certification as well.
Yeah.
1H and 2H. So every release, after every release, after
We'll
the
have to
release
check it.
happens in the product, after the release happens in production, they will update the certification as well. Now, because the second half is yet to be released in the preview and production, so we see the certification version as 1H 2022. And once this happens in production in the month of December, maybe probably by end of December, you will see a new version in the certification, which is 2H 2022. So after the release happens, the certification version changes, and you will be asked to do the deltas or stay current. Earlier we were calling it delta, and now we are calling it stay current. So each and every consultant is expected to do the delta or to take the delta or stay current examination, and this can be done from Learning Hub. There's a portal called Learning Hub where you will find these deltas and stay current, and this Learning Hub access is usually given by your implementation partner. Doing certification is your responsibility, and keeping the certification active is your your implementation partner's responsibility. Now you can also take Learning Hub license, but it is expensive. It costs you somewhere 3 to 4 lakhs. No, the last when I have heard it was 3.5 to 3.6 lakhs. Okay, usually the implementation partners gets these Learning Hub licenses in the discounted price, so they will be giving every consultant the Learning Hub access where consultants can do the stay currents. Now, what are the stay currents? Now, the stay currents, once you, let's say you have done your certification in 1H 2022. In 2H 2022, once the 2H 2022 release happens in the production, you will have to log into Learning Hub and to take the stay current examination. Now, this contains up to 5 to 10 questions. And all of these 5 to 10 questions you need to answer correctly. And you can take it up any number of times. But only thing is you have to answer all of them correctly. If you have failed or if you have not cleared in the first attempt, you can use second, third, you can do it in any number of times. And all of these questions you will get only from the current release 2H. Now, once you pass the delta or stay current, your certification, which was 1H 2022, gets updated to 2H 2022. Again, in 1H 2023, you have to do your delta or stay current. So if you have failed to do the stay current or deltas in one of the releases, your certification will be expired. So second half is going to come in the month of December. So you will have time till Feb or March to clear your stay currents. So for some reason, maybe you have changed your job or if you have not cleared your stay current, your certification will be expired after March, before the 1H 2023. Your certification will be expired and you have to retake the certification if you have not cleared the stay current. Okay, and if you have done or if you have cleared the stay current, then your certification gets updated. You can download the certificate. When you download the certification, it will show up the latest version. So every release, you have to go through the release features. Now, though we have hundreds of features, they will not give questions from all the hundreds of features. They'll give the content also. Before taking up the examination, they'll give some content, the relevant, whatever questions that they have, they will have the content related to those questions. So you can go through those content and answer the questions, and you can take it up any number of times. There is no limit. Okay, clear on stay current?
Yes.
Any doubts here?
Venu, one more doubt I have. Maybe in this conversation, I got confused. Like when you said 1H release, so in that case, it is been released in preview, right? After
No,
that,
1H was completed. You see here, 1H was completed on 15th
okay,
in preview and 20th on production.
okay,
Okay, now October 28th, when the release happens in preview system, if you log
okay,
into one of the preview system, you will see all the new release features. And
okay,
I'll show you how to check the version also. Now, once you log into SuccessFactors, even before logging also, you can check this version. But after logging in, if you want to see the version information, so you can click on show version information. It will show the release build here, B2205. This is 2022 first half. 05 is month of May. So it will always show up the production release date, May.
okay,
So after the release happens in the second half, it will show up 2212,
okay,
2211 or 2212.
okay. I got it.
Okay, so when release happens on 28th of October, you can see all those changes here in preview. But when you log into
Okay,
production systems, production instances, you will not see those changes. You will still see the old version there. After December 9th, you will see the same version in
okay,
both the instances.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Thank you, Venu.
Now, depending on your preview and production data centers, okay, now this is not only for your instances, this is for your provisionings as well. Now, if you have 3 instances, you will also have 3 provisioning accounts. If you have 5 instances, you will also have 5 provisioning accounts, like quality provisioning, production provisioning, development provisioning, and pre-production provisioning. So you will find all of those provisioning accounts as well. So basically, for every customer, you will have 4 URLs. 2 provisioning and 2 instances. 2 meaning 1 for preview and for production. 1 for preview and 1 for production. When you log into provisioning, you will see now if I have 1, 2, 3, 4 instances, 4 provisioning accounts. So when you log into the preview provisioning, you will see all the company IDs listed down there. And if you log into production provisioning, you will see these 2 companies listed down there. But in case of instance, the URL remains same, the company ID varies. Now here, the URL remains same, this one. But your company ID varies. Now, where do you see that company ID? When you log out, here, if you go, when you open a company, when you open an instance, you'll see here the company in the URL itself. So if you want to log into a different company or different instance in the same data center, you just click on enter a different company ID. Okay, you can enter the company ID, click here, and then it takes you to that company. With this URL, you can log into any customer if you have the company ID, if you have the credentials. Okay, clear on the URLs, provisioning, instances, release management. Any doubts?
No.
5 minutes I reserve for your questions, if you have any. Come on, you should be having so many questions on releases, at
Hello.
least on releases. Yeah, who's this?
Sir, if we buy this learning hub,
Hmm.
so this will also get updated every year, correct?
No, you have to subscribe. You have to pay license every year. The subscription, the Learning Hub subscription, it is no the 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs. What I have told you, that is for 1 year.
1 year. Okay.
Yes. And the companies, the implementation partners, they give you the access. No, when they give you for 3 years or 5 years.
Okay. So basically, right now I'm working with one of the company. So they will be providing us this learning hub, and
They
we
have to give.
and
See, why they have to give you the Learning Hub access is now you have certification. Let's say you have done your certification in 1H 2022. Now you're working in one of the project now. The project is completed and now you have 2H 2022. Okay, if you don't do your stay current or delta, your certification gets expired and you'll not be able to implement for your new customer. You'll not be able to log into provisioning. When you request for provisioning, system will say that your certification is expired and you don't have active certification in that particular module.
yeah, here my point is, if they don't have any project, they will not give us. Correct?
Now, when they don't have project, at least they will have the support projects, right? If not implementation. For any project, they should be giving you the access. All the implementation partners, generally, they give you the Learning Hub access. See, they cannot keep you they cannot just pay you salary without any work, right? You have to do some
Correct.
implementations. Yeah. So they spend on your Learning Hubs because you should have your certification active. Then only they can place you in projects.
Okay, sir.
How many months it will be active?
Which one? Certification?
Yes.
Now certification. See here. In the preview release, this happened on 15th. April and May 20th. So June first week, you got your 1H 2022. Okay, June 1st, let's say you have done your certification in the month of June. June 2022, sorry. Okay, which is 1H 2022. Now, December, the second half will be released. And the new certification will be available only after end of December or first week of Jan. So till then you can use this one, and you have to complete your stay current or delta before the first half release. By March end or Feb end, you have to do your stay current. Otherwise, in the month of March or April, your 1H 2022 certification which you have will get expired because you have not done your stay current of 2H 2022. That means you have up to 6 to 7 months time or 7-8 months. Same thing with your 2H. Again, 2H has come in. 2H is coming in December. Okay, so by next May you have to complete your delta here. Now after May only you will be getting delta. Now usually your deltas will come after this date. December 9th it gets updated in production. After 15-20 days you will get your deltas, and you will have time for 2 to 3 months, Jan, Feb, max by Feb end or March first week or March end. So this time it got delayed. This time it got delayed, but otherwise it always happens in the month of November. Yeah, go ahead.
So every 6 to 7 months we have to renew our certification.
Renew certification meaning you have to do your deltas as stay currents. You will not be doing all the certification, not all 80 questions. Only the questions related to your new release. Now it can be, sometimes it is only 5 questions, sometimes it is 7 or 8 questions or maximum of 10 questions.
So
And you
again
can
we
take
have
it up any number of times. Sorry?
So again we have to pay the whole amount of exam, like the
No, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. This will be paid by your implementation partner. So if you are not associated with any implementation partner, yes, Yeah, either you have to take learning hub license or you have to use one of these attempt. If your certification is expired, then you have to take up the new certification again. Again, you have to write all those 80 questions. Okay. So what I recommend you all is, don't do your certification immediately after taking up the course. Now clear your interviews. Okay. Once you're done with your, once you've got a job in one of the with one of the implementation partner, you do your certification before you join the company. Okay, you can always say that you are certified. Nobody is going to check whether you have certification or not. You can always say that you are certified. Even in the interviews, if they ask you, yes, you can say that you have active certification. Okay, clear? Yes or no? So we'll
Yes.
stop it here for today and we'll continue tomorrow with some new topics. Okay, so is it possible for everyone to connect tomorrow at 6:30? Instead of 7, can we connect at 6:30 tomorrow?
Yes, yes.
6:30 to 7.
6:30 to 7:30. Because 7:30 I have actually SAP call tomorrow. So we have some burning issues which were escalated and we have a call set up tomorrow. Actually, I keep my slot 7 to 8 every day free, but something unexpected comes. Maybe if it is not feasible for you, then we can still have a session, but only 30-minute session for tomorrow. If you want, that can be covered on Friday. Go ahead.
For the certification validation point of view, this much like the 1H, and like after the next 1H come, we have that much time of validity, right?
Yes. Yes. After 1H, you'll have 7 to 8 months. Okay. If you clear your stay current of next release, then your certification gets updated. You have to wait till 1H 2023.
Okay.
Okay. So I have done my certification sometime 4 or 5 years back, because because of my company has not extended my learning hub for some time, so I lost it. So I have to do it again. So I did twice. Now in these 8 years, I've done 8 years back. I've done one certification, and then last 4.5 years back, I did my certification again.
Venu, I also give my certification on 21st May. Actually, what happened? I bought the Learning Hub, and then I have gone through all the books and prepared. But unfortunately, on 21st May, the syllabus was changed, like because of releases, right? I did not know at that time, so I just scored 55%, and I was failed in the first exam. Then again, then I have gone through the new books. Then I cleared my exam in August.
So I'll make sure all of you will pass in your first attempts. Don't worry about the certification.
Yeah,
At
because
least
of I
if
did
you
not
want to
know
do.
that the syllabus has changed. The book has been changed. So
Yeah.
though I was getting a pop-up from SAP all the time that if you want, you can go through the new books. But I was more
Yes.
comfortable with the previous books because I already started with those. So.
So you should see when is the release happening, and then
Yeah.
you have to plan accordingly. Otherwise, you'll have these
Yeah.
issues. So
So
that's why
basically,
I recommend everyone to just do your certification before you join any organization, so that once you have your certification, they'll give you Learning Hub, and you can keep updating your deltas. Yeah, Debashish, go ahead.
so like Venu, basically the certification validity is 6 to 7 months, right?
From the date you have done. See, if you have done your certification in the month of June, so this is valid till Feb. Okay, this is valid till Feb. If you are doing your certification in the month of December, then also it is valid till Feb only. If you are doing your certification in Jan 23 also, it will get expire in Feb. So it is not always 6 months, 7 months, or 8 months, depending on the time you have done your certification. Now, if you are doing certification in Jan 2023, then you have to, you'll be doing here certification of 2022, 2H 2022. So you don't have to do delta here because you are doing certification of 2H 2022. So this will be valid till the first half release of 2023, which is going to happen or which is going to change in June, month of May or June. So this will be valid till June. Okay. So you have to look at these dates. Always production, once the release happens in production, from this date, 20 days or 20 days to 1 month. So 2H 2022 version of certification will be available by first week of Jan, latest by first week of Jan. It gets updated in the month of December itself, December end. But I'll say Jan first week, you'll see the 2H 2022 version, which will be available till your June. If this is happening in 19th, so probably first week or second week of June, you'll see the first half 2023 version. Okay, so we'll stop it here. Any further discussions, we'll do that tomorrow. If everyone is okay, we can connect tomorrow at 6:30. If somebody has got some concerns, please let me know. We will connect at the same time, 7 p.m.
So tomorrow should we log in at 6:30 or 7? I'm okay. Like I don't know what others says.
Yes.
Like
If everyone is okay, yes, we can connect at 6:30.
okay, fine.
So that we have that 1 hour of, so I think everybody says, Anusha says fine, Vikram says fine, for Priya it is fine. Yeah, please let me know if you have any concerns. Yeah, otherwise we are connecting tomorrow at 6:30.
Okay, sure, Venu. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. 6:30 is fine.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.